Hello and welcome. Today we are going to learn how to do Bhastrika or Bellows breath, which is an energizing breath. So what it looks like, I'm just going to back up so you can see me more fully here, is we start with loose fists by our shoulders, elbows tucked into our sides. And as we breathe in, reach up, palms open up over our head. And as we breathe out, our arms come back down, palms close again, just loosely by our shoulders. And it's a vigorous inhale and exhale through the nose. You may want to blow your nose before you do this because it's kind of like blowing your nose out when you're breathing out, and that sort of strong inhale as you're breathing in. So this is what it looks like. Okay. So let's all try this together. So if you haven't put your fists up yet by your shoulders, let's do that. So fists by your shoulders, elbows tucked in. And when you're ready, breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And relax. Are opening your palms loosely in your laps, palms facing up. Just taking a few breaths in. And noticing what you notice inside. You might notice some sensations. You might notice a certain quality or state of mind. And we're going to do another round. So this breath is typically done in 3 rounds. So again, loose fists by the shoulders, elbows tucked in. And when you're ready, breathe in, out, 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 and relax. Again, palms facing up in your lap. Taking a moment to notice what you notice. And then we're going to get ready for the third and final round. So again, loose fists by the shoulders, elbows tucked in. Let's take a transitional breath in first. And breathe out. And ready, in, out, in, out, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, in, 9, in, 10, in, 11, in, 12, in, 13, in, 14, in, 15, and relax. Palms in the lap facing up. Noticing what you notice inside. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, coming back into the space. So again, this breath can bring in a lot of energy into the system. If you're finding it's a bit too much for those of you who are quite sensitive at this point, maybe do shorter rounds. So instead, we did about 15 breaths most of those times. Instead of doing that, maybe do 6 or 8. If you have shoulder injuries or you can't get your hands all the way up, you just do what you can, do the best that you can. But if you can, ideally, we really want that pumping action. So your hands going fully extended all the way up, and then it's like almost letting them drop down so they like kind of gently hit our sides. And that increases lymphatic circulation. So it can be really helpful to do that part. So some of the recorded benefits of Bhastrika or Bellows breath is it enhances lung function. So it maximizes lung capacity and helps us to remove toxins and impurities. It helps with sinus and respiratory issues. And there's been a recording of improved awareness, perception, and power, of that capacity to cultivate awareness, and of course the energizing factor, so bringing more energy into your system. So this breath you wouldn't want to do more than twice a day at the most. Once a day is usually pretty good for most people. But if you are feeling like you could use a little boost, this is a good one to go to. And generally it is done with 3 rounds altogether at a time. The only contraindication is if you have high blood pressure. You may want to do either less of it, or if it's a serious case, then this is a breath that you would want to skip. But otherwise, go for it. And I will have it in the 5-minute breathers section. Obviously, it's not going to be 5 minutes of this particular breath because it's not designed for that. But if you want to follow along with me, that is available to you in my video library. All right, thanks for joining. Best wishes to you all.